You've been told that you're lazy, that if you just tried harder, you'd get everything done, that your dreams are dying because you're not disciplined enough, that your failure to act is a failure of will. But what if that's a lie? What if your laziness isn't weakness, but a signal? A message from your body, from your subconscious, from a deeper intelligence, screaming, something's not right. This video is not here to shame you into hustling. It's here to wake you up to the truth. Part 1. You were never lazy. You were overwhelmed. Let's start here. Laziness is not the opposite of productivity. The opposite of productivity is burnout. And in today's world, you are bombarded by dopamine, distraction, information, comparison, pressure, stimulation. Your brain is constantly under siege. And when it can't keep up, when the overwhelm becomes too much, it does the only thing it knows how to do. Shut down. That's not laziness. That's survival. Your body isn't broken. It's protecting you. The same way a circuit breaker shuts off electricity when there's too much current. You've been taught to feel guilt for resting, for pausing. But maybe you've never actually rested. Maybe your mind has been spinning, even while your body is still. That's not rest. That's internal chaos and silence. Part 2. The myth of motivation. You're not unmotivated. You are demotivated. And there's a difference. Motivation is not something you either have or don't. It's a response to meaning. When something feels important, your brain releases dopamine to help you move toward it. But if you're constantly chasing tasks that don't feel aligned, that feel forced, meaningless, or driven by fear, your mind resists. You scroll, procrastinate, binge, withdraw, not because you're weak, but because your brain is saying, this isn't it. We were never meant to grind through life without purpose. Yet most people live like machines, punching in, zoning out, trying to push through. That's not motivation. That's pressure. And pressure isn't sustainable. Part 3. Modern life is addicting you to avoidance. The truth is, we live in a system that profits from your distraction. Endless scrolls, instant messages, quick fixes, 10-second videos, always on notifications. You are not lazy. You are overstimulated. Your nervous system has been hijacked. Every app, every algorithm is designed to spike your dopamine and then leave you empty, so you come back for more. And so when real life asks you to do something hard, to focus, to delay gratification, to sit with discomfort, your brain says, why bother? Not because you're lazy, but because digital dopamine has rewired your motivation circuitry. You're not broken. You're conditioned. And the good news is you can reclaim your mind. Part 4. Resistance is emotional, not logical. Have you ever asked yourself, why is it so easy to scroll for hours, but so hard to send one email? Why can you binge an entire show, but can't read one chapter of a book you actually care about? It's not because you don't want to succeed. It's because certain actions trigger emotional resistance. That resistance isn't random. It's coming from your subconscious mind. Every task, every goal is tied to a hidden story. What if I fail? What if I succeed and people expect more from me? What if I'm not good enough? What if I try and it still doesn't work? And so, your subconscious throws you a life raft, distraction, comfort, escape, not because it hates you, but because it wants to protect you from the emotional risk of growth. You're not avoiding tasks. You're avoiding feelings. Part 5. The hidden trauma of, I'm not doing enough. There's a voice inside you. It says, you should be further by now. You're wasting your potential. You're falling behind. That voice might sound like your own, but often, it's the internalized pressure of a world that only values you when you produce. Somewhere along the line, you learn that your worth depends on your output. That rest is laziness. That doing nothing means you're a failure. That slowing down is falling behind. But what if the most productive thing you can do is heal? What if stillness is not a sin, but a reset? You don't fix burnout by working harder. You fix it by remembering why you work at all. You fix it by coming home to yourself. Part 6. Your nervous system is tired, not you. Let's get scientific for a moment. When you feel unmotivated, tired, foggy, it's not always mental. It's neurological. Your nervous system operates in different states: sympathetic, fight or flight, parasympathetic, rest and restore, dorsal freeze, collapse. If you're stuck in survival mode, your body is trying to conserve energy. Your digestion slows. Your focus disappears. Your drive collapses. And your mind says, "Why can't I get it together?" But it's not about willpower. It's about regulation. Your body is trying to protect you from burnout, from danger, from trauma, real or imagined. If you want your energy back, don't force more work. Learn how to soothe your nervous system. Breath work, nature, sleep, movement, silence. You don't need another productivity hack. You need healing. Part 7. Discipline without self-compassion is self-abuse. Let's talk about the dark side of motivation culture. We've been sold the idea that discipline means pushing yourself, no matter what. But here's the truth. Discipline without rest becomes punishment. Discipline without self-compassion becomes cruelty. You can't hate yourself into greatness. The most powerful transformations don't come from force. They come from alignment. When your inner world matches your outer goals, when your nervous system feels safe, when your body trusts that it won't be punished for needing rest, you don't need to push. You naturally move. That's real discipline. Not the kind born from fear, but the kind rooted in love. Part 8. You are not behind. There is no universal clock you're late for. No finish line you're racing toward. You are not behind. You are becoming. And every moment you've wasted in guilt, regret, or fear wasn't wasted. It was data. It was direction. It was your subconscious mind saying, something needs to change. Maybe your soul needed silence. Maybe your body needed rest. Maybe your dreams needed you to pause and question everything. And now, maybe it's time to begin again. But this time from wholeness, from clarity, from alignment, closing. What to do now, practical reconnection if this spoke to you. If it feels like I just described your internal world. Here's where you start. Forgive yourself. You were never lazy, just lost, just tired, just human. Regulate your nervous system. Try 10 minutes of deep breathing, a walk in nature, silence. Your body will thank you. Cut dopamine overload. Limit screen time. Turn off non-essential notifications. Create mental space. Reconnect with meaning. Ask yourself, what would I do if I wasn't afraid? What excites me when no one's watching? Start small. One step, one win, one act of alignment. Let that momentum carry you forward. Because the truth is, you don't need more pressure. You need permission. Permission to heal, to feel, to reset, to rise. And when you do, you'll realize it was never laziness. It was a sacred pause, a whisper from the universe, saying, it's time to come back to life. If you made it this far, comment, I'm not lazy. I'm healing. Let the world know you're done blaming yourself for burnout. You're reclaiming your energy on your terms. And if this message hit deep, watch the next video on your screen. It'll take you even further into your transformation. You are not broken. You are awakening. Thanks for watching. You've just remembered the truth.